Hello, my name is Ankit Kashyap and I am a product manager at UptimeAI. Welcome to our quick guide of diagnosis tools. Diagnosis alerts are a powerful tool designed to keep you updated and proactive about your plant's operations. Let's dive into how diagnosis alert can help you understand and manage these events easily. Inside the alert tab, there are 5 different pages. One of the pages is diagnosis. This page is presented in a tabular format where each row indicates an event. The events can be a trip event or it can be an underperformance event at the highest level. Further, these events are broken down into controllable and uncontrollable category. For example, under underperformance, there is an underperformance which happens due to fault in some of the equipment of a system, say wind turbines converter system. Underperformance can also occur due to high temperature, which is generally called an automatic curtailment. On the other hand, a manual curtailment can also occur, which is underperformance resulting due to grid requirements. All of these different kinds of diagnosis event is automatically identified by AI expert application by using different logics built inside into it. For example, a trip can occur. Let us say if there is a sufficient wind available, but the power production is zero, then we can call it as a trip event. Similarly, underperformance and curtailment events are captured due to different logic. In this page, useful informations are presented in an organized manner. For example, the loss which has occurred due to that event, when this event started and how long it lasted. It also tells you about the location at which this trip has occurred. On the right side, we have different filters. For example, the time range between which the trip has occurred, different types of events, the different locations such as wind turbines, whether the trip is active, the event has active or not, and the different state it is. Coming to coming Going a little deeper into how this events help the user further close these issues. Um, we have a mapping which has been done with the SCADA logs of the plant. For example, using this SCADA log, we can correlate that if a trip is occurring, is there any SCADA event which has occurred during that period? If there is a SCADA event, we map it to the trip and we call it as the root cause of that event. So now these SCADA events come with code, and these codes help us to categorize these events into different systems and subsystems of the wind turbine in this case. For example, a component of this wind turbine can be the nacelle, the converter, or the blade system, the drivetrain, etc. In each systems, there can be different subsystems. For example, inside converter, there can be a power electronics subsystem. There can be a power control system, and furthermore, the cooling system and the software system of the converter, etc. Using the codes, we do the mappings. As soon as we have arrived at the subcomponent level, we refer at the time of implementation, we refer the daily generation reports and the client and the experience of subject matter expert to quickly identify those codes in a readable and understandable format, and then create the recommendations which can be the actions which can be taken to mitigate the event. Now, going inside trip, let us select trip and see how these informations are presented. So when we land at the top blue bar, some cases are presented which were also present in the first screen. In the left side of the screen, there is a graph which is basically active power and wind plotted over time. So as you can see, we are at the last part of the timeline which we have opened the case. The event which we have opened is represented at the rightmost side. This is represented by a shape of peach color. So we see that the event has started on 1350 and it lasted for 2 hours approximately. At this time, the power was zero. So this is confirmed that this trip has occurred. We also can see other events which, if it has occurred during the recent events, such as another trip or maybe some underperformance, if there are any. In the right part of the screen, the failure modes and the recommendations are given. This is the SCADA code with which this event has been mapped. And using SCADA code and the matter expertise knowledge as well as the daily generation report, we have come up with a list of recommendations which can be followed to deal with this situation. A user can select the most relevant recommendation which actually help them to deal with or mitigate this event. And from the next time onwards, if a user comes to deal with a similar kind of event, such as the code 326, the saved or the most frequently used recommendations will appear at the top of the list. This way, the diagnosis alert helps you from the start to identify and understand the issue, and finally to solve the issue as well by providing you suitable recommendations. Thank you.